everybody, Tim and Miranda here for today's review of Doctor Who, story number 193, Voyage of the Damned. But before we actually get to Voyage of the Damned, we're going to take a little bit of a detour, which I thought was fantastic in the way they edited it. From the last episode, The Last of the Time Lords, to Voyage of the Damned, there was a Children in Need special, and it's like a little 5-minute episode called Time Crash, written by Moffat. Loved it. And it's basically the 10th Doctor, aka David Tennant, meeting the 5th Doctor, aka Peter Davison. There's no D, Davison. A lot of people make that mistake.
Okay.
And I loved it. I thought it was
it was really cute.
Okay.
Like, I thought it was interesting. It was really funny that Five didn't think that David Tennant was the Doctor or anything, and he's like, "Oh, you're just a fan."
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
What?
What? So the funny thing about this is, one, for obviously 10 is older than 5.
Yeah, yeah.
So 5 is my least favorite Doctor. I have actually gone on record of saying I will never watch 5 again because I hate 5 so much. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to make reviews. I can't exactly skip over a whole number, so I rewatched 5. If you ever feel that need to be punished, watch one of my 5 videos, and it's literally just a video of me being like, I don't know what the fuck happened, because I don't care. That's all it is. Every single episode of his, don't care. That being said, this one's not as bad, and this sums up the entire reason I don't like 5, because he's just a douche.
I mean, he was pretty douchey.
All he's done is gotten older, but he's just a fucking douche. And so, I don't even know what that means. The frowny face? No? I don't know. So what I loved is 10 has the line of oh, you don't have a sonic screwdriver, which comes from, the sonic screwdriver first showed up with the 2nd Doctor.
Yeah.
And then when 5 had it, it broke, and they got rid of it because the writers were like, this is literally just a cop-out. He's in jail. Yeah. How do we get out? Sonic screwdriver.
Yeah.
And so they got rid of it, and then it didn't come back until Doctor 8.
Okay.
And so the fact that he's like, oh, you don't have the sonic screwdriver, was kind of a reference to that.
Gotcha.
He brings up Tegan. I don't like Tegan. He brings up the Master. Whatever. Does he still have the beard? Well, there's no beard, but there's a wife. So you called him gay. Okay, that's a thing. But the whole thing, it was cute. It was a really, as much as I hate 5, it was a really cute reunion. And it just kind of shows me how much I want more previous Doctors to show up.
I feel like they should do more episodes like that, yeah.
I understand they don't because of people who never have seen the classic series. They don't want them to be confused and stuff like that.
I mean, I get it, but it's also a nice twist on it to show the Doctor meeting himself and stuff. Just even because this was a 5-minute episode, so even something small like that. Even something small like that. Just the differences between Doctors and their regeneration.
I like how he comments on his celery stick. It's great. The whole thing. It's just so fun.
You need a snack?
You need a snack? And then, when David Tennant's you're my doctor. Yeah. Because that's the thing. They always say, who is your doctor? Yeah. Because your doctor is supposed to be the first Doctor you ever saw.
Gotcha.
Now, for me, the first Doctor I ever saw was William Hartnell, because I started from the beginning.
Yeah.
Probably
mine was 9,
75% of people these days will say number 9. A lot of people say number 4, because he's the longest running Doctor. Okay. Tom Baker. I don't know. My Doctor is the 2nd Doctor, Patrick Troughton, because I absolutely love the 2nd Doctor. So, little 5-minute episode, worth a watch. Yeah. Loved it. Yeah. So, going from here to Voyage of the Damned, what did you think?
Okay, the only reason why I actually like this episode is because of one line in this whole entire episode, but we'll get to it.
Okay. I'll be the dick. I don't care. I hated it. I thought it was awful. I really, really wanted to like it.
Was one of the worst ones.
I really wanted to like it. I didn't think it was the worst ones either. But the fact that so it's all about the Titanic. And I was like, okay, so it's kind of interesting. Because it's the space Titanic.
Yeah, it's a space Titanic.
Whatever. And then once we see the angels, that's when I was like, it's a little too close to the Weeping Angels for me.
Yeah, a bit, actually. A bit.
And then I was like, okay, whatever. And then, so the whole thing is him just kind of blending in. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? The doctor's giving his, like, here are your options. 1, blah, blah, blah. B, blah, blah, blah. And he's just like, it's like, wait, what? Like, none of that makes sense. And it's just kind of going all over the place for me. I'm almost there. I was trying to keep going. Yeah. The doctor references how he is 903 years old. Yep. Okay, so that's a good confirmation. Probably the highlight of the episode, as I finally just got to it, is Bernard Crimmins, I think is how you say his name, shows up in this. They never say his name. They don't say who he is. They make no reference to him. But, spoiler alert, maybe the next episode, at least within the next couple of episodes, it's Wilfred Mott. It is Donna's grandfather.
Well, he's been in previous episodes, because, yeah, he was in the traffic jam one. At the little booth. Yes, he was.
I mean, if you want to look it up, go for it. So, Bernard Crimmins, whatever his name was, has been in Doctor Who before. He was in the Peter Cushing movies back in the 60s. And then, like I said, later on he goes to be he plays Donna's grandfather. But strictly speaking, in this holiday special, he has no name. He's just the guy in a booth. So it was great to see him again. And, this whole time, I'm like, okay, this isn't a bad episode. It's okay. It's once we get to this point that I was done. Because everybody dies. The overweight guy dies. His wife dies. The short person dies, who I'm pretty sure is the same guy who played the Grask. Dies. Everybody and their brother fucking dies in this one. We get to the point where the doctor says, take me to your leader. And he has the dumb line of, I've always wanted to say that. Yeah, you've said that before. The 9th Doctor said that, so sorry about that. We find out that the little guy is actually a cyborg. That's kind of cool. It's a nice little twist. But not necessary at all. I don't know. The whole thing just fell apart. It was overly sad, and everybody and their brother died. Like she said, do you want to go ahead and say your favorite line?
Go. Yeah, you can do it.
Alonzo! Who... Oh, fuck, I didn't write down any of the actors' names. Russell Tovey, I think is who he is. He's in Looking. He's in the Arrowverse as the Ray.
Being Human.
He's in Being Human. He typically plays gay characters because he is gay.
Except in Being Human, he does not.
That's nice. I've never ever actually seen it, so maybe we'll watch it. We'll watch both, the UK and the US version.
I was looking something up.
Because you're wrong. Go for it. So overall, it was great to see him in this. And this goes all the way back to, was it the last Rose episode? The one with the Daleks in prison? Where he's like, I've always wanted to say Alonzo. Yes. Do you have anybody that works here named Alonzo? So here we are, a full year later, and he gets his wish. And he even says, I've always wanted to say this. Alonzo. It's so over the top. It's so bad. Will you hurry up? Because I just want to hear you say you're wrong on camera.
No.
Because you're wrong. He does not play one of the people in Gridlock, I promise. But overall, like I said, I was really happy to see Bernard Crimmins again, because I actually like the Peter Cushing movies. Granted, they're not canon, or they are canon, depending on who you ask, because they are movies set in the Doctor Who universe.
Okay, fine.
Whatever.
He's right.
No, weird. Whatever that means. It was cool to see the Titanic. It's just, once everybody started dying, it was too sad for me. Didn't like it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you spent most of it looking up information. Do you have any other closing thoughts?
No.
Everybody dies. Alonzi. Titanic.
Yep.
The end.
Which, it was a bit much.
It was very sad.
There was no point in... What's the character's name? bigger
The
people.
overweight couple?
The overweight couple.
They were so
cute.
There
was no point in them dying.
They were so
funny.
funny.
They were so cute and nice and funny. And really they loved the doctor. And like there was no point in them dying. No.
And then Aster, the girl that seems to be in a relationship with the doctor when she drives the forklift over. Like the whole thing. It was overly sad. It didn't need to be as sad as it was.
Especially because the doctor was like, come with me. And she was, yes.
Okay.
Yep, I will go.
New companion.
That's what I thought too, and then they fucking
bye.
Bye.
So, yeah, it was overly sad. It didn't need to be that sad.
No. Agreed.
Okay, so for those who have seen it, go ahead. What did you think of Time Crash? I have always been very outspoken that I think we need more classic Doctor Who representation.
Yeah.
I want to see Susan. I want to see Ian. I want to see any of the other previous Doctors. Like, I feel like Doctor Who is, like, not quite disrespectful. I don't think that's the word I'm looking for. But does not have enough representation of older classic Doctor Who.
I agree. Especially because I haven't seen all of them. So, like, even, like, those little mini 5-minute episodes and stuff, like, I learned a lot. Notably from him. But it's still, like, it gives you, like, this is how the Doctor was before. And now that he's regenerated multiple times and stuff, this is where he is now.
Yep.
It's nice.
At this point... Sorry, I'm thinking. So at this point, we've seen Sarah Jane.
Yep.
And we've seen the 5th Doctor.
Yep.
And that's it, right? The Master.
I thought there was another person, but now I can't remember. Shit.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I think we've only seen we've seen Sarah Jane, the 5th Doctor, and the Master. And I think that's all we've seen so far.
Okay.
As far as people who knew the Doctor before and the Doctor now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I want more representation, but that's just me. So, for those who have seen it, closing thoughts? Nothing?
No.
Okay.
Alonzi.
Alonzo! I need to work on the accent. Or stop drinking. Neither one are going to happen.
I was going to say.
So for those who have seen it, go ahead. Let us know what you thought about Time Crash, what you thought about Voyage of the Damned, and what you thought about Season 3 altogether. Otherwise, we will see you guys next time for Season 4, Partners in Crime.